tested with issues with quick lobby sound.
Yeah. To be truthful, I heard a rumor though that like all the cars in the GT7, they're all going to be like detailed cars. They're not going to have any simple interiors, all that. They might even put body kit. Might even put a lot more body kits in.
You're probably going to have set body kits for certain cars and shit like that. They're going to do it a little bit different, pretty sure.
Hey, Conan said doubt it. Oh man, you gotta have faith, bro. But yeah, man, I think they're gonna, all of the stuff that people wanted, they're gonna try to.
They're gonna at least look at or try to do. Hopefully.
You know, it could be a lot of data. You know, mad data.
Oh, you're never gonna make everybody happy.
It's mad data they gotta put in. Imagine, body kits, engine sounds, all that shit in one, yo.
Yeah, but then again, you guys gotta realize that I can't talk today. What the fuck? You guys, but anyway, you have
today, Junior.
I just want the tracks, man. That's all. I just want some new tracks. That's all I want. I want some Japan.
Honestly, I want some a couple tracks that are like not known, or I mean, because I know they're using it for, but I would like to see Gran Turismo use like Road Atlanta and Mid Ohio, man. I mean, because I want to see how.
Yeah, Conan, they kind of pick and choose. Like,
I just want to see how Gran Turismo would do it, man.
Yeah, personally.
You know, one thing that's weird too is like all the American cars are actually really good. Like they're it's like they focus a lot on the American car details, which is weird.
You know why, right? Of course, that's the market, man. Sony.
The sound, pound for pound, all the American cars sound much better than the Japanese cars.
And because of Sony, man, they gotta impress Sony. That's the biggest. They gotta
add any
I think, but see, here's another thing. I think the American car company gave him more time with the cars.
Yeah, that is true. That's why, like, they wanted the most, the realistic points of, pretty much the blueprint of the car, and a lot of the, European companies weren't trying to, which is why they don't have the license for, a couple of the high-end cars. They won't give them the specs.
You're a bit stupid. Look at Lamborghini and Ferrari. They're like, oh really? Ah man, I like that. They think they slick because they want some of that money. That's what they want.
Yeah, it's definitely money game, man.
Of course it is.
That's what people ain't seeing too behind the scenes, like we were saying, like why they don't have Ibiza or whatever, but like they all want to. Everybody wants like it's just a licensing thing, man. Everybody wants a part of that piece of that money, man.
But it's stupid. A lot of people would buy the game just to have these tracks, regardless of the mods or whatever. They're just trying to see how it feels.
That's why, like, a lot of people myself included, start playing R Factor because, like, I got my own track made in my backyard. I got my own MSP. I could play in my house. And, you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen ever on a high-end console game. So that's why a lot of guys went to PC.
That's true. I went to PC. I went to R Factor.
You played R Factor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. R Factor. I can drift 90 degrees with the wheel in R Factor. Yeah, I can't do it here.
It's real, It's way better than this. Way better.
It's PC, man. I don't want to start a PC debate, but PC been stronger for a while, for a long time.
I know it is. And see, I don't know, Gran Turismo don't see it. Well, I say drifting was a mistake in Gran Turismo. It was just too.
We pushed it there because I started drifting back in GT2, and then GT3 we all started making those videos. So it was like they were shocked that we took a game that wasn't meant
Wasn't
for
meant,
that made
yeah.
it work. Even though in GT1 they had the drift, I didn't know what it meant back then when I had GT1, but they had the drift and the grip when you select the car.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah,
right, yeah.
I had no idea. Well, I'm like whatever drift, I guess. Pick drift.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that meant. Yeah, and then when 2 came out, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Then
And
3.
I went back and played GT1 like a couple months ago, and I was like, oh. Even back then, man, like, you know, they were like ahead of the game. Nice drift, nice 360 there, man. They were, console-wise, man, I mean, this, you know, like I said, I respect Forza what they do, man, but like pound for pound, they don't, it's a lot of different things that they don't do. But, you know, a lot of people ain't gonna see that because you get the LS1 and the CRX.
And they don't go for weight and stuff like that.
That's the thing, man. That's what it is right there. They want to account for all. They want to account for all. There's just too many variables with all the engine swaps unless they do a package and allow you to select certain engines, just like Forza does. Like, I mean, you can only select certain engines. So it's like they don't want to account for all the weight changes and spring rates and all that stuff like that.
Because it's a lot of data.
That's a lot of physics, man.
Hell yeah, they have to actually do it to get the physical data. See what they can't imagine that shit. They have to, like, you know, put the car on a scale and see the difference. You know, I
can see him in the meeting, like, yeah, let's go and swap the engines and all these cars. He's like,
Well, here's the thing. They got it where you can just change the drivetrain and everything. I'm like, I'm like, hell no, I ain't know where you can change the drivetrain, man. To go from front wheel drive to rear wheel drive, man, that's a lot of work.
Well, that's why.
See, this is what they need to do. Forza need to be smart. They need to get like a bunch of people who play Forza and get their opinion and get out of the feedback and go with it and see, you know.
I mean, I played every Forza, man. I played every Forza. I've had every Forza except for like the 361, and
yeah.
I mean, it's cool because like the car, you can make it your own. That's what I like about it. Like, it's like you can make your own car. Like, you don't have to like try to get close to it.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like a car. You can make your own car design, which is that's cool. And then the engine swap thing, you know, that was fun. A bit of F20C and CRX, turbo and shit. It was fun, but you know, that's why it wins a lot of people over, and a lot of guys like, you know, GT sucks. But in actuality, it doesn't. You know, physics-wise and graphics-wise, it doesn't.
Well, if you're looking for authenticity, Gran Turismo beats the hands down.
It's like this is a more serious game compared to Forza.
Yeah, it is. Basically, that's it. When I say that, people like, you know, they get offended when I say it. To me, Forza is like a really polished Need for Speed. Like really, really polished, good graphics, good physics, but it still caters to that like pick up and play mode because you cannot pick GT up and just play it. It just don't work with it.
Yeah.
And I know what you mean, Donnie, because I got Forza 4.
Yeah, I picked Forza up first time, played it like nothing, man. I'm like, dude, you can't do that.
Yeah,
that's so true.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. I was playing Forza 4, and I had got almost a whole lap behind, and it was like a 5-lap race. I came back and won the race.
You playing with playing with people or playing with the AI?
Playing with the AI.
That's one thing I don't know is how's the Forza AI, because when I had it, I was just really like, I was just getting money and like just drifting, man, so I really didn't play the high-end races.
The AI is, honestly, it's a bit easy, man. It's a bit easy because, like I said, you can, if you're good enough, man, and you just having to get behind, you can still catch up and win the race. But it does play a bit rough though. It's easy, but they do drive dirty. Yeah, the AI is a dirty driver.
Well, here I noticed they remember. they remember shit. Like if you bump a dude, like later on in the race, like you need to not get bumped, they'll tap you or whatever. I got spun out by a dude.
Oh yeah, you will get that pitch maneuver.
Yeah, I remember playing like Forza 3 whenever I still had my 360 working.
Yeah.
I always ended up hitting and bumping. They didn't give a shit. It's just like right when they drop it. I like got first and like all the time.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't like. I respect all teams or whatever, but the comparisons people try to compare like down from down, like it's no comparison. It's just they got more customization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should actually do a little bit of customization for a little bit more customization for Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I definitely believe so. I mean, I think they can work. They got more than enough skill to do it. And
Yeah.
my thing is like just as a reality, man, it's like you kind of make the car yours a little bit. Like everybody can pick the same body kit, so it's not really, you know what I mean? It's like it's not your car. So like, it definitely. Like I said, that's the biggest for me. I mean, like if I'm not being biased, like definitely Forza definitely knocks it out of the park. Being able to treat your car down to every like little sticker and everything. That's where they win. Like, a lot of people win. So we definitely need the GT. Hopefully GT7, man, is a little bit like personal customization.
Like to have been complaining to California for that. But the reason why I think they're not going to be able to do it, because they're working on Sony's pay clock. They're not working on their own pay clock for this. They're working on Sony's pay clock. So Sony has all the shots called.
Yeah.
California just has to sit there like, oh, we're going to do this.
Well, see, the whole thing is, Polyphony Digital is its own company now.
But they're their own
That's
company,
the
but
thing,
they're still packaged by Sony though.
Yeah.
They
Payroll.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like
They may be their own company, but they're still on Sony payroll for Gran Turismo. So they have to do what they say, not what they want to do.
Well, you remember back in the day, like they wanted to bring a GT you've seen a documentary where they kind of put that GT into that like the other game. It was like a test.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, pretty much they wanted to do stuff like that, and then like they were like, no, nobody wants to play that shit, and whatever. And so like even back then they were being held back. So like a lot of stuff, like you said, man, it's Sony's payroll, so they gotta pretty much play ball by their rules. And then with the GT Academy, it's like now it's starting to get political, man, because they're in the racing now, so. What comes with that.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit too much bullshit for me, man.
I mean, if I was in the States and I had a ton of goddamn time to be extraordinarily good at the game, more than like the average person, yeah, maybe. But I'm building from the ground up, so I'm not really looking for it's like America's Got Talent type shit or some shit like that.
Oh god, a whole nother reality show.
Yeah, I can see that shit happening, dude. Like GT Academy reality show. It's like, you don't fucking use my racing suit.
The bastard took my glove.
Yeah, it's cool shit though, man. It definitely that right there, GT Academy is like, dude, like dudes are going from GT to like the fucking racing.
The real deal.
Yeah, that's like that right there is like that just kill all arguments. Like, bro, that's dudes that went from the game to like 24-hour Le Mans and shit.
and I'll admit the show is actually pretty interesting. Like, these guys like been playing GT for so long. Next thing you know, you get on the track, it's just like GT. They're just like racing, just different the Gran Turismo.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, they need to do one for drifting, man. Drifting Academy. Fuck that.
Well, it's like it's weird, man, cause like dude, when I first started, like before I was actually racing in real life, I played a lot, and then it's like as a they pretty much evolved with the physics change. So it's like, I mean, I'm not honestly as good as I once was, but you know, I mean, if you stay, I mean, every time it comes out, if you're up playing like 20 hours a day, if you're not good, it's like a waste of time.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
They're on another level, bro. Like, as far as how fucking fast they are.
I ain't gonna lie. I invest a lot of time when 4 came out with drift. Yo, I invest a lot of time in 4 in drifting. And then 5 came out, I invest a whole heap of time, yo. That's why I got really good. And then 6, I can't say because they keep on updating on 6. They're not too sure about 6 yet. So I'm like, what the heck? They keep on changing the bugs in 6, so you have to adapt.
This,
Go ahead, man.
if y'all didn't know something, this is the last PS3 exclusive. Like overall.
Yeah, this is the last PS3 game exclusive.
The rest are just like mass creations and all that.
For me, I just think they got
change that
like,
driving
shit,
style.
last exclusive. They got the last, like, you know, they pretty much, one thing about PD is they're the only company that really maxed, well, like a handful of companies that really maxed the processor out. Like PS2, they maxed that out and everything, so it seemed like they just like sent it out with a bang and then they like, alright, let's get ready for GT7. And this is, to me, I think it's, seriously, man, it's like GT 5.5, man, where
Yeah, it is.
it's really,
You're right.
they just threw this out there.
Yeah, you're right. Like they didn't care.
And I think they already, I think GT7 honestly is already done, dude. Like,
They probably
That's what I was
do
thinking,
more
man.
testing. They're doing more testing on it. Just to see to get the bugs out of it.
well, it depends on how soon do the manufacturers get the PS4. That's the thing, because they can't test it. You know, they got the hardware.
Yeah.
So
I ain't.
The hardware has
Go ahead.
the hardware has a much. I'll tell you right now. The hardware has a much slower processor than the Xbox One, but it can do a lot more.
But it seems like you won't never realize the potential until like 5 years later anyway.
Yeah, see?
And that's with all systems.
Oh, my bad.
Like they have to really like the architecture guys got to learn the system and what they can and can't do. Then like 3 years later, you start seeing badass games. The launch titles always suck. Always.
Yeah.
Got my F20 powered transit.
Well, I guess you could say all the launch titles did. Launch titles did stuff for every console. Take the Atari. The launch titles over there were good. Fucking Pong for a launch title.
And I watched the evolution of video games. They was like even me back in '87, like Nintendo back in like '87, '85. I was like 7 years old when it came out. Man, I thought that shit was the shit, man. Double dribble.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
In
My best
95,
game-
beyond is like Genesis, Sonic the
Yo,
Hedgehog.
I ain't gonna lie. My best game that I loved for Super Nintendo was Killer Instinct.
Oh
That was-
yeah. For SNES.
Oh hell yeah, yeah, Super Nintendo, yeah. I love that game.
Castlevania was my shit,
Yeah.
My favorite NES was what's that POW side scroll?
Oh shit, Prisoners of War.
Yeah, Prisoners of War.
That SNK, boy, I ain't, man.
I played a lot of that. And RC Program, of course, Skater Die. Played a lot of that. California games.
Yeah,
Everybody had Double Dragon.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Double Dragon,
Transfer
man.
to Streets of Rage.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
I love
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
That's what I played today.
Oh, God.
what? Yo, I'm jealous, man. I wanna get those games,
Emulators,
man.
man.
Dude.
Your smartphone.
Hey, dude, no. If you want Streets of Rage, they literally have all the copies and like there's a game called the Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection. It has all the Sonic games, all the freaking Streets of Rage games. It has quite a bit of a collection.
Yeah,
Where?
For a PlayStation 1?
PlayStation 3, yeah.
PlayStation 3. Yeah, I got that one, I believe. Yeah. And I sold it back to the BX.
Yeah.
All I know is I got let's see. I know I'm waiting on I was in downtown Akihabara. I mean in Tokyo, Akihabara.
Yeah.
And I found some old school stuff, dog.
Like US or Japanese?
Like Japanese. Like I saw a Japanese version of Contra.
Oh, I love Contra, yo. Yo, Contra, yo, you can go, yo. I love Contra, man. Especially with two people. Oh, hell yeah.
Unless your partner sucked and kept dying and shit.
I know, right? And then he's still your man.
I love Contra.
Back then you could
But all that shit.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like we was talking about that GT6. It's like music, like how music is today, and like DK. I'll put the video up in like an hour or so. But same thing, man. Like gaming today, man, it's like not really. You don't remember. I don't think you remember it. Like
it's just it's just running and gunning. That's about it.
Yep. It's like it's not really memorable. It's just like Keenan Lynch is like that was decent, but nobody really remember that shit 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like Double Dragon, right? Most people.
Oh yeah.
That shit forever.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I can't beat that game, man.
Pokemon.
Oh man, that was a bitch to beat.
I never understood Go-Go 13 either. Back then, like that shit was too complex.
Well, see, the thing is, that shit was complicated for a kid.
I should play it now. Like I probably could figure it out. But like, when I would get down to the subway, I was like, what the fuck do I do here?
Yeah, I couldn't even know. I don't think I came close to beating that, man.
Well, the best part was the helicopter. You were like sniping that building.
All I know, man, I still want those games.
Now you get the emulator, man.
Nah, I want the actual game,
Oh, the actual
yo.
games.
Heck yeah.
That's one thing. I had all the Genesis games up. Like
I'm looking for the Dreamcast. Oh man, I don't know what happened to them, yo.
I just bought me a Japanese Dreamcast like 3 months ago for like $20.
What? Yeah, the Dreamcast is like cheap right now, and I can get an American Dreamcast on eBay for like a brand new game.
Yeah.
Not even that, like.
Well, the cool thing too is with the PCs, you can you can emulate shit up to PS2 now on most systems. So I had Dreamcast on that system last week just to test it out.
Oh yeah.
And you can most systems now today, standard computers, laptops, they'll run PS2 emulators no problem.
Man, all I know, man, Dreamcast. It was like